Welcome to LandAcademy. This is the Cash Flow from Land show, where we show you how to buy unwanted vacant land and sell it for more on the internet. I'm Steve Butala.
I'm Jill DeWitt. We are your hosts.
With over 15,000 completed transactions, we are the experts in this niche land flipping business.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at LandAcademy.com. All right, let's get this show started.
Hey, Steve Butala here for LandAcademy. Welcome to our Cash Flow from Land show. In this episode, Jill and I talk about how we've slept under our desks for about a week during our new product launch, Data to Doorstep. Jill, I haven't done this since public accounting. And it was brutal, but I think it's worth it in the end. A lot of people have signed up for the program, and I'm sure that they're, as they did before, going to see the rewards and all this. So I got to say, I bet it's probably not been one of your best weeks either.
Can you tell by the circles under my eyes?
Before we get into all this, let's take a question from our caller. Go ahead, Jill.
Okay. Jackie from Sacramento called in and asked, I have a seller who answered my offer, but he has 17 lots and I only want one. I don't want these properties to go to waste. What should I do?
What would you do?
Oh gosh, I would, if he has 17. If I really only want one, I might only buy one. But if it's a question of I don't have the right cash now, that's my reasoning. I'd find a way. I'd work it out. So there's always ways to there's always ways to do it. If it's cash should never hold you back, is my answer.
Yeah, you never want to. Yeah, that's my answer too. You never want an acquisition, a good acquisition, to go to waste because of money.
Because of something that's
There's
silly.
So many people out there that are ready to buy property that they have way more money than they do opportunities. Mm-hmm. So I mean, this is a good question because as a member pro here at LandAcademy, we have what's called a deal board. On our website on successplant.com. You can post these kind of opportunities and say, hey, you can describe the situation exactly like she did. You simply post it on the board and say, I've got these other lots, and then all of our other members, our hundreds and hundreds of members, can take a look at the deal without disclosing the person's name and all that, and decide if they want a partnership or how they want to work it out. So it's been going great so far, the deal board. That's a great way to use that. But if she's not a pro member,
I would do an option.
Option it. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you have two ways. You can A, find a buyer. That's not hard. B, option it. Start selling them. Work out an agreement with that person. Start selling them on your website and all your venues by a signed agreement and all that good stuff. Where you negotiate the price or the deal board.
So if you don't know what an option is, it's really simple. You say to the seller, hey, seller, I only want one property. Here's your cash. It's great. Now I have whatever she has, 16 or 17 other lots. What I'd like to do is just say, look, I'm going to market these properties for X price, or not even disclose the price. I want to buy your lots, but it's going to take me about 60 days to do it. So, and I need to find a buyer. So if you're not in a super hurry, let's do a little single one-page agreement. I'll market the properties, and when I find a buyer, we'll do the deal.
Exactly. That's easy.
And a lot of times people do options, us included, because, it's not that we don't have the money. It's just because maybe the price isn't perfect for us. So, and we've got like a marketing machine going on here. So it's easy for us to throw 16 additional properties into our marketing machine, sell the thing, and then go back to the person who owns them and say, I got it all. I'm going to put it all together now.
Exactly.
Everybody wins. Then that person gets maybe sometimes a little higher of a price. We take the margin, and the person who's owning, if you know us at all, the person who's buying the properties is the real winner because they're still way undervalued.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good question. Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah. Man, what a week. I
know. I'm so tired. Yeah.
I had no idea this was going to take this much energy and work.
I know. And I love it. I so appreciate even our number one right hand, our office manager. She's been pulling in crazy hours. We all went out to dinner last night, and remember I told you, I think she pulled a 14-hour day, and she's like, no, it was 13.25 because that's how she is. so it was really funny.
Is that what's on her time card?
That's what's on her time card. And Steven said, we are paying you for lunches, right? And she said, well, I don't take a lunch. I eat at my desk. I'm like, that's the right answer for her. We got to help her out. Yeah. But no, my point is, she even rallied.
Put her on salary. Everybody
rallied for that. Well, let's talk about that later. I don't know. I haven't decided what's more motivating. I haven't just for her. Everybody's different. You know, for you, it's salary. You know what? For you, it's salary. This is a very good topic. Some people, and I was the same way. Once I had a flat rate salary, I went above and beyond.
Yeah, me too.
I would almost pull more hours and stuff and I didn't have to think about it, but I was so concerned because I was getting a good salary. I didn't want to jeopardize my job. But some people look at it like, oh, I can relax a little bit, you know? So you have to find the right sweet spot for that person. So I don't know yet for her, which is the sweet spot, but she's definitely getting some bonus or something this week for killing it with us.
That's what I think too.
Because man, talk about going above and beyond. And she, she was working like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and at 7:30, she still hasn't said a peep at night. Really? Not like, well, I'm off, or anything. She's just saying, well, okay, what else do we need to do? So with a smile on her face.
She's in her 20s, and that's the difference between being in your 20s and being in your whatever we are.
Oh, my gosh. And you and I are like,
I'm too old for this, man. I sound like my father when I say that, but I really am. It's just, I mean that about public accounting a long time ago. I really just sleep there.
Oh, I never did that, only through school, through college. You're pulling an all-nighter because you procrastinated and you had like a project due or a big paper due.
Full disclosure, we didn't sleep under our desks. We were just here very, very late and got here very, very early. There were 5 and 6 hour nights of sleeping, and then the rest is work.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this new product that we launched called Data to Doorstep, I'm super jacked about it. It's basically all the tools that Jill and I have been using for years and years and years to flip land. They're now accessible to our members, our pro members. And it's very simple. You pay a monthly fee, $200 a month.
For program members.
For program members, and you get access to the First American Title data and access to a very industry-specific printer to get offers to people that you choose in the database. And we show you how to do all of this stuff right to the doorstep for less than the price of a stamp if you hit a certain minimum. So, that's how the pros do it. And I think we qualify as pros.
Mm-hmm. We do qualify. I don't know. Maybe when we hit 20,000 deals, we're only at almost 16,000 deals. Right. I'm not sure that's expert level yet.
Right.
What do they say? There's a rule of thumb for that. It's 5 years or, what I mean?
It's like 10,000 hours or 5,000 hours.
Thank you.
If you spend, I think it is 10,000. No, it's 5. I can't remember.
But there's
it's one of those two. That's the title of a book. And I think it was written by a soccer player. And one of his things was, maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm confusing two books, but it was written by somebody who said, their whole premise was, if you put this amount of time into something and you're not an expert, then that's
something
not the
wrong
right thing for you.
That's so funny.
Have you put 10,000 hours in this?
Oh my goodness. Well, this week or when you...
No,
be more specific, please.
I'll tell you, you put 10,000, 20,000 hours in dealing with people and customer service and that whole thing.
Boy, I wonder how many. I'm not going to do the math on that one. That's too high.
You know what I learned about myself this week? I'm not a very good IT person.
What are you talking about?
I'm not. I need, I've hit the glass ceiling of my IT talent, period.
I don't know. You keep surprising me all the time. But, it's funny you say that because just before this call, I was updating some things on the back end of Success Plant. And to get the right font and the right size, I'm actually having to go into the text formatting and input the codes. And I'm like, am I really doing this?
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Don't you hate that?
I do.
I wish I'd never heard the word WordPress.
Or code.
It's just not so. We shouldn't be doing this.
I know. It's just kind of funny that because it's easier for me sometimes because it's a little thing. I just need it updated. I could give it to one of my people and they could add it to their list of things to do, or I can get it done in 5 minutes. So that's what I did. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there going, I'm a little bit impressed with myself, by the way.
Oh, I'm impressed too.
I can't believe I know how to do this stuff.
Again, full disclosure, last week we hired a
Tech.
Not even a tech person, but this person that does WordPress and websites and HTML and all that for the first time ever, full time for me ever.
Right.
I've had a full time because I'm tired of up till now. I've been outsourcing it completely, and it's a tough time. Right now is a tough time to get people who know how to do this stuff. They're unavailable.
Right.
And we need it, just like you said, right now.
Exactly.
So the goal there was to hire this person and then at some point, not in the near future, but at some point, make this person available to our members. Mm-hmm. That's our next product launch. We're going to make our assistant staff, our land assistant staff, available to our members so that they can do deeds and basically like a really specialized virtual assistant kind of program.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen real soon because I don't want to sleep under my desk next week.
Right.
Actually, that's the real reason. I need a break from this.
Well, you know what I just thought about is really nice too. Not only were we bringing in our staff, but it's our paper, our printers, our whatever. We're making it all available.
Right.
That's pretty valuable to folks. Getting stuff in the mail and everything. They don't have to do it. That's a drive to the post office.
It's amazing.
Our people are doing it for us anyway.
We have people in different countries that are doing this.
That's true.
Because they don't ever have to really leave their computer.
Well, they're going to be probably our number one fans of this new program too, because they are international. Their business is here, but they're residing there. So it can be all handled. Anything that they need, we can do here from them with the deeds and the signing and all that. So super easy.
What kind of acquisitions calls came in during this week that under the desk?
Oh my gosh, that I haven't answered
Yeah,
back.
that's my question.
It's interesting. I have a few good ones that when I don't get right on those calls, sometimes they get even more excited.
Because you don't return their calls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, so they're even more ready to give it away when I do call them back. They're almost like,
It's like the cookie jar on the top shelf.
What's the cookie jar at the top?
You just can't reach it, so you just want it more.
Did you come up with that on your own?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Why were you going to go ahead and criticize it?
No,
I'll tell you where
I
it came
just
from.
haven't heard from that one. I understand the concept, but I hadn't actually heard that phrase anywhere, the cookie jar on the top shelf. It's kind of funny. Would you describe a girl that way? Hey, she's the cookie jar on the top shelf.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Hey, dude, you see that? Cookie jar. I'm going to start doing that.
It's like the super hot girl in high school that everybody wants, but once you get to know her, that was the biggest waste of energy ever.
Dude, I'm going to use this tomorrow. Okay, so check this out. So tomorrow I'm going to the Phoenix Open with my girlfriend. She has the rockin' job that got us the 16th hole, all access, everything's included, VIP, you name it stuff. So I'm pretty excited. Well, she is newly single, and I know that she's hoping to meet somebody.
Is she really? That's what this is all about?
Totally hoping to meet somebody.
You guys going to get all gussied up?
Oh, totally. What do you think this is about? Of course.
Oh, my gosh.
So
I admit, I live in the dark.
I'm in it. That's going to be our secret code tomorrow. It's going to be, hey, dude, cookie jar. If we see a guy that looks really good, we're going to say cookie jar. Thanks.
Are you going to take all your rings off for this?
I don't know. No, I'm not going to take my rings off. But
are you going to wear shoes you can't walk in for more than 15 minutes?
I am not going to wear 2-hour shoes, though. I'm going to wear probably 4-hour shoes, and I'm going to be able to sit down.
Do you both have your outfits all picked out?
I've been thinking about this for a couple days.
This is hilarious. Yeah. This is perfect on this show because we're supposed to be working, and you got your outfit picked out.
Oh, totally.
I mean, no, not right now. I mean, like for the last week, we're supposed to be working on stuff.
I am, but when am I downtown? I'm thinking about the golf thing and what I'm going to wear. So you better.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start saying stuff like this around the office.
Oh, no.
I don't know how to do that. Figure it out.
What?
Yeah, that's not to you.
But
to everybody else.
Oh
no, it's not going to get done today. Then what if I did that?
What does
nothing
that
would
have to
ever
do?
get done.
What does that have to do with me being gone for a few hours?
A few hours. You're taking the whole day off.
I'm not taking the whole day off.
You really should. Jill.
I'm going to work in the morning. Dude, we've been sleeping under our desks. I can't take the whole day off, but I can work till 11. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Whatever you want to do, I think
Thank
you should
you.
sleep in. And
thank you.
That was rough, man.
Oh my goodness.
kidding
But it was
aside.
so worth it. I am so excited. Everyone is so happy.
So this is what happened. We worked and worked and worked, and Jill's pretty much of a perfectionist about how stuff looks. I mean, I'm a perfectionist about how the back end works. Like, can people actually check out? What's the experience like? And then can you actually use the product? How does it work? And Jill's all about, does it look pretty while it's happening? So we've ultimately got it all done, but and then we pushed the button before we went out. We pushed the promotional button and sent out notice to our existing members, not to new people yet, but existing members that this thing's open, and we got flooded with orders.
Mm-hmm.
But we were set up for it.
Right.
My point in saying all
we
this
haven't
is
even
that
done our big press release.
Thanks to Jill, and in some way, my team too, it all worked.
Uh-huh.
People signed up and the stuff works, which is amazing.
Thanks to you. You negotiated all this, so good job. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm a little dull.
Be careful what you wish for, kind of thing.
Right? Yeah, I'm excited.
I mean, when you get in like the micro work part of any project and your head's down and you have blinders on, you don't realize how kick-ass these products really are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's got access to this for $200 a month.
I know. Well, my big thing is
I wish I
this
had
is stuff
thing.
you couldn't get. It's because, and we negotiated, everything is less than what you'd pay on the street because we're coming in numbers. We negotiated
hundreds of thousands of letters out,
right.
offers out. All of our members are a month, so it's really easy to negotiate the price of a stamp deal, less than the price of a stamp, and 5 cents a record, which is what it costs for our members.
Exactly. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too.
So cool. So what are you gonna do tomorrow? I'm at the tournament.
You know, I was just thinking about that for the first time. When you're not around, and I have all these little side projects, like where I can close the door and turn off the lights and get into the projects that I think are fun and that I want to do. Like there's a bunch of closed videos that I want to do about how to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Like how to do a mailer, how to do a mail merge, how to use the data product and all that. So that's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow.
That's going to be so nice. I mean, it's in our program, but it's a good so everyone right now that we only launched this to our members, so they already have our cash flow from land program. So they already know how to do the specifics of a mail merge and what to look at and how to pick a county and how to make it all happen. But a good refresher that you're going to put together is going to be nice. And then I'm sure, because we're going to open this up to everyone later today, actually.
Right.
There's going to be a big press release. Maybe by the time this is aired, it might
you have it all
even be
underway?
out there. It's
by
in
the
the
time
works.
this is aired for sure. Yeah. I thought you meant while we're recording this.
No.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? I would, but I didn't.
If you had a computer right next to you right now and you're recording the show and working and launching a promo, that'd be cool.
like we're not doing that. Anyway. So it's going to be great for everyone else. And I know that we'll talk about that in other shows coming up here. Because everybody who's not in our little land business, but needs to reach anyone selling real estate for any reason is going to want to be in this. Yeah,
we made a program. We made a special program for exactly that. People who don't necessarily want to be in the land group, but they want access to the data and the super cheap mail. That product is also available at LandAcademy.com. Mm-hmm. It's not as cheap as if you remember, but it's pretty darn close.
Data to doorstep.
It's still way, way better and way cheaper than if you went in off the street and bought the data and mailed the stuff.
Totally. And I wonder how many of those guys are going to say, I'm just going to be a member and get all the stuff too.
I know that's
just
the right
going to
way.
make sense.
The other thing is that we don't offer any support at all for the people who purchase that product.
Because they're pros.
It's the exact same product, but it doesn't include a ton of the stuff for our members, like discounts on land and all kinds of stuff. But if you're a person who just wants to, if you're a house flipper and you've done it successfully and you don't need any help with any of this, that product's for you. Mm-hmm. It's access to the same data. It's just a couple cents more.
Yep.
I think it's 8 cents, right? We priced it.
Yep.
Instead of 5.
Mm-hmm.
But, house guys send out a lot less mailers anyway. Land people send out way more.
Do they?
I mean, the way that I buy houses is, and I teach, I've talked about it a million times. And you and I have only done a few of them. I've done a ton in the past, and we're going to kick that back up. But, you choose all the properties, single-family residential properties in one little subdivision that don't have a mortgage. Mm-hmm. So around here, there's master plan communities around Arizona. There's maybe 50... not 50, probably sometimes they're 500, sometimes they're 5,000.
Oh, yes.
And then you pick all the ones that don't have any mortgages on for a lot of reasons, basically because you're sending a lower offer than retail value.
Right.
So you're sending out a 5,000 unit mailer, which are 4,000 or 3,000, and you buy a couple houses.
Yep.
It's 1,000 to 1. With land, it's 100. I just use this. I've always used it.
Oh, it's almost like you think it's 100 to 1 with land or 100 to 5.
Well, for us, it's 100 to 20.
I know.
And for our members, we were cheap. But I always just say, don't get your hopes up. It's 100 to 1. 100 letters cost you $50 to send out 100 letters. A lot less than that. Closer to about $50
Mm-hmm.
to send out 100 letters, and you're going to buy a property,
mm-hmm.
and you should make $1,000 on it.
That works
if you do everything right. With houses, it's you send out 1,000 letters, so $500. You buy a house, you make $10,000 on it. That
works.
Simple math.
Exactly.
You can't keep your eyes open.
No, you're right.
Oh my goodness. Hey, join us in another episode where Jill and I discuss your all-important success in land investment and in life. Seriously, you're going to be all right?
Right, I am tired. You can tell. It's like I've been hanging in there, pushing, and then it just kind of catches up with you. So I'm in a rally. I will be just fine.
Maybe you should take today off instead of the golf day tomorrow.
Right? No, dude, no. You know, I will catch up on my sleep. It's all good. I'm having fun. You know what? That's the funny thing is that I'm enjoying all this. You know, sleep is getting a little bit in my way.
I know. That's the truth, Jill. I feel like it makes me when you're hyper focusing on something and running toward the finish line or a deadline. I don't know. I enjoy it.
I do too.
I'm set up for that.
I was looking at yesterday. Remember, we kept saying we're going to go to lunch, and finally at 2:00, I'm like grabbing granola bars and energy bars. Like I got to eat something.
Right.
So.
Hey, check the new product out.
Yep.
Let's go buy some property.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at LandAcademy.com.
If you want to get involved or you need more information about our profitable, niche real estate operation, call 480-467-0359. You just might get Jill at the other end of the line.
LandAcademy.com. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.